It's time to meet one of the best cuckoo clock makers in the United States. And I think I know where to find him. Here in Pewaukee, Wisconsin, cuckoo calls are the soundtrack to Bill Galinsky's life.
When I was a very young child, I got my first cuckoo clock at a rummage sale. Brought it home, and in that night, it was on the wall and it was running. That was my love of clocks.
He has 20 cuckoo clocks in his home and hundreds he's working on in his workshop. He built a 14-foot cuckoo clock in his front yard. He also built his clock showroom that resembles a Swiss chalet when he was just 12 years old.
At 6 years old, I got my first cuckoo clock. I understood them immediately. Other clocks just told time. These actually did something. Some of them played music. All of them had a bird.
How long have you worked on these clocks?
I've been selling my own lines of clocks for about 49 years.
So I see sometimes they have 2 weights and sometimes they have 3. Why is it different between 2 weights and 3? What's the significance?
2-weight clock just has a cuckoo and tells time.
Okay.
A 3-weight clock has cuckoo, time, and music. My clocks have up to 5 weights.
What all does that mean?
For driving different animation, music on the quarter-hour chimes, anything I want to happen, I have power as a source to do it. We're going to be making one of my best-selling clocks.
Okay.
This is the late season, time of your life, duck hunting clock.
What happens here?
This is a variation of cuckoo clock that I make. Instead of a bird coming out, a bird flies. The duck comes up, the hunter turns, his gun comes up, he shoots the duck drops, and the bell goes off.
Bill saws the wood pieces he'll use for the clock. Then he uses a hole saw loaded in a drill press to create the hole for the old-fashioned clock face. What kind of wood is this?
This is just a rough sawn plywood to look like what most guys would use in a hunting blind or on a duck stand.
And what kind of wood do you prefer to use in your cuckoo clocks?
In my cuckoo clocks, I use all Wisconsin hardwoods that I cut, dry, saw, and that's the body of the clock.
Bill paints the box with a base coat of a lighter color to blend the edges.
And our top coat for color. And there's our weathered duck blind.
Next, he mounts the old-fashioned cuckoo clock dial to the front of the box.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the movement in.
Which I'm assuming is this device right
That's
here.
our movement. That's the motor of our clock.
Where did you get this from?
I import those from Germany.
What is the difference between a regular clock and a cuckoo clock movement?
A cuckoo clock has a pinwheel to the back so that it lifts 3 levers like this, one striking a bell and 2 of them opening and closing bellows that make the noise for a cuckoo clock.
Bill may order the mechanism already made, but before it finds a home in one of these clocks, he makes it his own.
It does 4 different functions that a normal cuckoo clock would not do. We take some of the lift animation, we turn it into sideways animation. We take the physics and actually change them around a bit to achieve the hunter turning the opposite way and lifting the duck and striking the bell. We're going to start making the fun parts. We're going to start making what'll eventually be our cattails.
Is that straw?
This is actually bamboo, and they'll come in about a 12-inch length. And what we do is we take those and cut those into half. Then we soak them in water for about 2 or 3 hours. And using the point at this time, flatten it.
So you soak them so they'll come apart like that?
Correct. And so that you can actually tear some of the fibers after breaking them.
Okay, I gotta try that.
Would you like to try one?
Yeah, I gotta try that.
Very good.
All right.
There you go. And then we would put this in here and around the other end. And they slide in. And that's our cattail.
There it is. All we need to do is paint it. Bill creates wood patterns for all the figures he uses in his clocks.
These are drawn by myself, refined to what I need before the finishing process so that it gives you a consistent way to make piece after piece every time. Now we're going to make it look like an old tree. Trees are usually hollowed out by something or rottened out and then broken off, usually at the top. So we're going to make it look like an old one.
When the tree is done, we need to paint the pieces. There's my cattail. We're painting the hunter right now,
Correct.
right?
He's just a flat black. And what we need to do is make sure that he's sealed up before we assemble them, because there's a hole that goes through. We need to make sure that that's swelled up enough. And then the rest is just making a ghost of him hiding in the shadows.
Where do these
Those
go
are
on
the
the clock?
pendulums. Those are the pendulum bobs. They hang on a stick on the bottom of the clock and actually
Oh, and he
make the clock
flies.
round.
Ah. What's the most gratifying part of making a cuckoo clock for you?
The person that gets that clock seeing it the first time.
Bill's commitment to quality materials and craftsmanship ensures his clients will experience the joy of his clocks for a very long time.
There are some of my clocks that won't need their first rebuild for 300 years.
The figures are complete, and now we work on the motif. The sun is rising, the hunter is added to his shadowy hunting area, and Bill adds a wire for the duck lift.
Those are mounted in from the inside with our hinges, and now that allows us to attach our tree. Through the bottom, we have a screw hole, and we line up where it's not in the way for the hunter. And that's the top of the clock.
That hunter looks pretty exposed. He could probably use some camouflage.
On the faceplate, there's a beaver dam that the guy sits on top of. So what we're going to do now is make our beaver chewed sticks. So they usually bite down to a taper, and at the end it's little tiny bite marks until the tree snaps off and breaks. What we're doing here is putting in our first clusters, some interesting geometry to the front face. Take our packets that we glued together, and we start to plant them in the holes.
Next, we plant some bamboo grass. Although the faceplate is now complete, we can't attach it yet. We still have work to do on the inside of the clock. Though most cuckoo clocks have a bellows that make the cuckoo sound, the clock we're making strikes a bell instead. We'll need to attach wires from the mechanism to the bell to make it ring, and to the wood figures for the animation.
The arms that now propel are, the bottom one here propels the duck. They are a special type of wire called music wire. Very hard to bend and will always stay resilient. We need to put the chains on to
Okay.
the bend.
So, Bill, what determines the length here on the chain?
The determination comes in how much fall you need to run the clock for a proper amount of time. Our distance here is about 7 feet. That will give us 8 days of running.
That means the clock will need to be wound every 8 days.
Now that we're done with that, we can put this back into our box. You go ahead and drop it in.
All right. Just drops right
Right in there.
and we've already placed the holes. Now, all we need is to screw it in, right?
Correct.
I feel like anxiety almost, like I gotta do this fast without the clock ticking. Here we go.
Look at that.
It's in there.
Bill creates the hooks on the chains, which will hold the handmade 3.5-pound painted steel weights designed to look like shotgun shells. After all of our hard work crafting the faceplate, it's finally attached to the clock box. Bill's unique clocks start in the neighborhood of $1,000.
Okay, Jill, it's time to finish up the clock. We're going to hang the pendulum on, and that would go on the little hook up in here. You see it up in the slot.
Right.
Just hang it right on there. Hang them on the hooks,
And let go.
and let go. And that's it. It's ready to tick. Ticking away. It's now a live entity.
There's no doubt that this would quickly become any hunter's favorite clock.